And another one. And this time we're talking power of three, and I'm going to pick 3 tarot cards from 3 different decks, very specific to African energy and connecting with our African ancestors. So stay tuned and let's see what this new moon energy has in store for us.
Time to get back to natural.
So as promised, I'm going to pick a power of 3 tarot cards for you guys from 3 different decks. 3 of my favorite decks. The Rider-Waite-Smith deck, which is the deck that I started working with, and I honor Pamela Coleman Smith, who is the artist and a Black woman that many don't know, that originally did these original cards. And because of the time, she wasn't able to do any representation in regards to Black people. So she had to be very specific and not actually represent us in the cards. So I have honored her by actually darkening and doing some painting on my deck so that they can reflect and represent what I look like. So I use that deck that I have modified. I also use my African tarot deck and my Egyptian tarot deck. So I'm going to do a quick reading, again, power of 3 energy, just to see what this new moon energy has in store for us. And then I'm going to follow up this video with another power of 3 oracle card reading, and that's going to be another 3 decks that I enjoy using specifically during this energy, very high vibrational energy time with new moons and full moons and such. So this one again is going to be tarot, depending on how you pronounce it. And I'm going to start off again with my traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and I give thanks to the angels and to the ancestors for using me. I cleanse the space, I cleanse the cards, and I give thanks, and I'm looking for 1 card, so if any flip out that are more than 1, I'm going to reshuffle until I get the 1. And again, just seeing what energy this new moon has in store for us. New moon in Aquarius. What is the message from our ancestors, from our angels, from our spirit guides that is universal for all of us, and who is listening, who is watching, a message that they need to receive? And we've got a card. So I'm going to flip that card, and I've got the 5 of Swords. So I'm going to give a general overview of what the card means, but it's going to make more sense when I choose all of the 3 cards itself, and just, you know, in terms of kind of bringing them all together, because individually a card can mean something, but when you pull something else right next to it, can completely change the card meaning, whether it's upright versus reversed, the whole thing. So generally speaking, 5 of Swords, we're talking about the Swords energy, which is about intellect, about the mind. This is a kind of combative card in the sense here you see victor, but you also see kind of people that in a competition sense that are the quote-unquote losers. So again, it's hard to really see what the message is just yet in regards to whether this is about us being the victorious one or if this is about us kind of having to be the ones to give up. But this energy in a general sense, just thinking about what this new moon energy is all about, what I am, you know, receiving, channeling in regards to what's coming through from spirit, is that there is a lot of conflict. There is, you know, a lot of strain that we're dealing with. And again, a lot of it is internal. It is about things that we're struggling with in our own minds and that we are fighting. So it's thinking about what it is for yourself that you feel you're struggling with particularly, and who it is that you're fighting with or fighting for. So let's see a little bit more clarity from this gorgeous African tarot deck that we have here. And I thank you, Spirit, for clarity on this 5 of Swords. Just looking for 1 card. Thank you, angels. Thank you, ancestors, for 1 card to give us a little bit more direction, a little bit more clarity on this new moon energy, and on this 5 of Swords, on this potential combat energy, on winning and losing. What is the message for us with this new moon phase? I'm getting multiple cards, but I'm aiming for the 1. Thank you, Spirit, for just the 1 card, just to give us some power of 3 energy on this. And clarify this 5 of Swords upright for us, please, and thank you. All right, and we've got the 9 of Cups in reverse. Look at these cards, aren't they beautiful? I'll show it to you upright. Absolutely gorgeous. So we've got our 9 of Cups upright. So the 9 of Cups, reversed. 9 of Cups upright, in a general sense, the 9 of Cups is kind of wishes being fulfilled. That it's, you kind of see this, energy of person. The Cups is about emotions. It's about love. It's about, your cup runneth over, kind of getting everything that you want. That cat that's got the cream kind of energy, but we've got it in reverse. So reverse energy is usually some type of blockage in regards to the general scope of what the card actually means. So what I'm getting, again, now connecting our 5 of Swords upright with this 9 of Cups in reverse, is that something is kind of blocked in terms of you actually getting, and for us to actually get what it is that we want. And we really do have to clear away what it is that we are actually preventing within ourselves. This is entirely possible. We're talking about manifestation energy. We're talking about this age of Aquarius. This is also about coming together. When I look at this 5 of Swords, this is where you see a kind of collective of people, but it's in conflict, right? You're in this, somebody standing alone, and then you've got 2 people that kind of, in competition didn't win, are kind of walking away in defeat. So there's that energy of defeat. And again, that energy of defeat can be within our own selves and our own energy. We may not necessarily be fighting against anyone else. And that is what I'm getting as well in regards to this 9 of Cups, that it is our own particular defeat within ourselves. So there may be an energy that we feel very daunting in regards to what it is that we want. We may be juggling, we're talking about passions and purpose, but maybe we're, stuck in a job that we don't really, want to be focused on so much. Maybe there may be some conflict happening in our relationships. We're dealing with quarantine and this COVID situation, and that is, really taking a toll on people individually, whether you live alone, but particularly when you live with someone else. And, there's just kind of that bogged down kind of space. So this energy is also speaking a little bit to, thinking about your passions and thinking about your purpose, and the importance of actually sharing that with the people. In my rituals, I was talking about coming together with a community, like-minded, like-spirited people, and sharing what it is that you hope for this new moon and for your life in general, and inspiring that other person to do the same. So I'm getting that energy in these 2 cards as well, because if these are the wishes that, all of these things that you want to manifest, and it's so at your fingertips, and the only thing that's creating this blockage is you either fighting within yourself or fighting with someone else, and not really coming together and sharing what it is that you see for yourself for the future. And that can also benefit them. Again, this energy and Aquarius energy is about collective consciousness. It's about doing things in service of other people and not just in terms of for yourself. So the more you can think about what it is that you're doing and how it actually benefits the other person, and that you can communicate that with them, the easier it's going to be for them to be on board with what it is that you're doing, especially if you're, all of a sudden kind of choosing something that is a little bit left field or more artistic, or is straying away from, your bread and butter and what's kind of bringing the paycheck in. So think about that energy, and then see a little bit more clarification with the Egyptian tarot over here. I'm giving thanks. The Spirit. And then we've just got this flipped up card, and we've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Now, this is all coming together for me as it's coming through. Ace of Pentacles. First of Pentacles is about health and wealth. Usually wealth and health, depending on how you look at it. But the Pentacles really, is about bringing in financial aspects, about your holistic healing, and how all of that comes to play. Health is wealth at the end of the day. So that's what the Pentacles energy comes in with that. And, you're just also thinking about what it is that you're investing in. And the reason that this is coming together and is tying in is because of, these 2 cards, and how I was explaining in regards to what it is that you want to invest in, whether it's, a certain passion, whether it's, something in comparison to what you're doing for work now, communicating with your loved ones to make sure that they're on board with what it is that you're doing. When you've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, this is the opportunity for something new, for a new beginning, for a great new idea that can bring so much value and so much fruition to what it is that you're doing, which is, again, all this new moon energy, and especially new moon energy in Aquarius is all about. But it's about the collective. It's about not creating a conflict, to make sure that you don't have this blockage as the 9 of Cups, which is all of your wishes that are just ready and waiting to be fulfilled. And again, there's again 2 blockages that are here specifically in regards to your dream and your wish coming true. So if this was reversed, it would be like, oh, full speed ahead, whatever it is that you want is absolutely happening, it's coming, it's going. But this 5 of Swords is basically defining why these cards are in blockage, because there is either an internal blockage, like I said, or you're combating with someone else that may not necessarily see your vision, and it's important for you to communicate that with them. Again, Mercury being in retrograde creates a lot of strain in regards to communication, a lot of miscommunication. It's a time where you may say something and the other person hears something completely opposite of what you heard. You can send a text and they never get it. All kinds of different miscommunications happening in regards to emotionally, in regards to technology, on all of those levels. So it's that much more important for you to communicate your vision, communicate your dreams, your intentions with the people that you want to come on board with you. Again, when you come together with people that are like-minded, like-hearted, like-spirited, it makes it a little bit easier, especially when, there are, forces at play like a Mercury retrograde that kind of make it a little bit more challenging. But if there is any particular strain within your household, again, in terms of trying to communicate what it is that you want, don't get frustrated. This is about patience. This is not about, just break somebody down. If you want them on board with you, if this is somebody that you want to build with, if it's somebody that you want to come along with you, or you want to see this vision, that you want to show this blueprint so that they can come on board and start, placing those bricks one at a time, that's what's going to flip this right side up. And then once this is right side up, again, this combat goes away, right? And again, if it's your own strain and your own mentality and your own things that are kind of holding you back from believing in your passion and believing in your purpose and believing that you can actually create and start this thing to end up having absolutely everything that you want, that's the only thing that's going to stop you. So make sure that you don't allow this 5 of Swords, this mental blockage, or again, a blockage that may be happening between you and, a partner or a spouse or somebody at work, or even, you and your child, or you and a parent, whatever it is. Communicate, express, collaborate. This energy, again, Aquarius energy, is all about collaboration. So you don't want to create this kind of combat. You want to create collaboration, and that is, again, what's going to bring these reversals right side up, so that you can create, again, this new beginning, new ideas, creative energy of abundance in your health, abundance in your wealth, and again, to then have absolutely everything, all of your wishes fulfilled, and just kind of having this halo of your cups being so filled to the brim. Again, I mentioned in a previous video as well how important it is to fill your own cup and let others drink of the overflow. And this card, all of the cup cards really do define that. And again, the fact that it is really about the heart center and about the emotions, and just thinking about making sure that you are as filled up as you can be, so that you can make sure that you are giving others what it is that you want to give them and what it is that they need. So let's do away with this combat energy, and that's what this new moon is also very much about. It's not about every man or every woman for themselves. It's about coming together, and that way, again, these reversals can come right side up again, and health is wealth, wealth is health, and you're gonna have all of your wishes come true. So I hope that helps, and I will share another Power of 3 oracle reading coming up next.